comfortable for you to sit on the ground. You can bring one heel all the way in towards your groin, the other heel out in front of it. If that's not comfortable, you can sit with your knees bent, feet on the ground. So today's class is going to focus more on the shoulders. I imagine since it's the holidays, a lot of people are spending time either hovering, slouching over stoves, or maybe hovering over your plates. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, and we'll begin with just our basic warm-up stretches. You'll take your right hand to the left side of your head. Carefully bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Walk the left fingertips away. I'm sure I'll mess it up halfway through class, but I am not mirroring you. I'm doing my regular rights and lefts. We want belly button in tight to the spine, shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through the nose. Walking the left fingertips away is just an option. If it's too much, bring your hand back into your lap. Drop your chin to the right side of your collarbone. Look down for the right knee. Walk the left fingertips away from you. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. One more inhale, fill up. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, walk your fingertips away from your body, and make some slow half circles. So you should feel the stretch happening in the back of your neck, maybe even the very top of the shoulders. When you need to inhale again, you'll roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Left hand comes to the right side of the head. Carefully walk the left fingertips out. As best you can for the remainder of class, you're trying to use like a nostril breath. It should be producing like this ocean echoey kind of a noise. And the motion is as if you were trying to fog a mirror, but with your mouth closed. Drop your chin to your chest again. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Round your upper body all the way forward. Point the elbows to the ground. When your next inhale comes, gaze will lift up past me toward the ceiling. Arch the spine. This is cow pose. And then exhale, round back forward for cat pose. Inhale, crack open the chest, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, round back to start. Let's take 3 more. So whether you are cooking, eating, sitting at your desk, this is a wonderful stretch that gets rid of any sort of slouching that happens through some activities. Last one, inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Sitting up nice and tall, there's an imaginary string on the crown of your head, belly button in tight, shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Inhale, lift up, gaze and palms meet at the top. Exhale, big press away. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift and pause at the top. As you exhale, take a twist to the right. Your right hand lowers down behind like a kickstand. Left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. You're looking toward the right side of the room. So we're getting this big belly twist here. Maybe you got a crack or a pop. Those are good cracks and pops. Twisting is also great for digestion, getting things moving. Inhale, lift back up to neutral. Exhale, take it to the other side. Left hand behind, right hand to the outside of the left leg, looking toward the opposite side of the room. Inhale, sit up, and exhale, twist. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more time, big inhale. Exhale out all the way, and then come on back up to neutral. Inhale, exhale, let it go. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand across your chest to sort of like behind the rib cage a little bit. Then you're going to lift your left arm up. So this is our lat muscle. And sometimes when it's tight, sometimes you see people going like this. Range of motion is a little limited. So we're going to really work on this side of the body today. I want you to use your right fingertips. Grab the left side of your rib cage. Pull it in toward the middle of your body. And then you're going to lower the left hand down and lift it back up. And you should feel that moving. That's your intercostal muscle. Up and in. So through a couple of poses, I'm going to ask you to really pay special attention to this part of your body. We want to think about like lifting and expanding it. You're not going to lower down, bring it to like a right angle and like a chicken wing, lift up and lift down. Just getting familiar with how that muscle moves. And then you'll let it go. So take your left arm across your chest, lift the right arm up, grab that side. You're going to peel it toward the middle of your body, and then lift the right arm down and up. And you should feel that muscle moving just a little bit. So we talk about our side body a lot in yoga. This is also part of the side body. Bring your arm down to that right angle like a chicken wing, up and down. And you should feel that activated there. And let it go. So we're going to make reference to that part a couple times in class. When you're ready, your right arm drops, your left arm reaches all the way up and over, finding that side body stretch. Have a soft little bend in the right elbow, reach your left fingertips all the way over. So you should feel the stretch starting in your left hip, traveling up the rib cage, stopping at about the armpit. Inhale, lift up, left arm down, right arm up and over. Good. You can always flip your palm up to the ceiling for that extra rotation. Want to make sure we have a bend in the left elbow so that your joints and your bones aren't taking the impact. We want the bicep taking the impact. And then lift it back up. Sitting up nice and tall, your arms are going to come out into a T position. Your right arm comes underneath the left, cross at the elbows, and you can begin by hugging opposite shoulders. And if you hug opposite shoulders, you'll feel that muscle we were just playing with before. For some of us, this might be enough of a shoulder stretch. If that's you, please stay. If you'd like more, release the fingertips. Take your right fingers around the left wrist. You're going to go for that double wrap, your eagle wrap. Line your elbows and your shoulders up with each other, belly button in tight. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, push your elbows out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Last time, inhale. Exhale, press out all the way. Hold it there as you inhale again. And then exhale, let it go back to your T shape. Other side. Left arm underneath the right. Hook at the elbows. Hug opposite shoulders. Stay here or go for that double wrap. Left fingers around the right wrist. So you're going to lift and breathe to your own count. But what you should feel every time you press out, as if you were holding that part of your ribcage and pulling it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, press out all the way. Hold it there as you inhale again. And then exhale, let it go. Now fingertips interlace behind your spine. Draw your palms together. And then push your knuckles past your tailbone all the way down to the ground. Maybe some of you have long arms. You can actually touch the ground. So if I were to come to your homes and stick a pencil in between your shoulder blade, it should not move. You're super active there. Take a big inhale through your nose and then exhale out through the mouth. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Let that go. Shake it off. If you need to switch your legs up, please feel free to do so. A couple more things seated. Grab your strap. You're going to make your strap nice and wide. Arms stay stick straight and take a couple of pass-throughs. So for some of us, range of motion is a little limited here, which is completely okay. If going up and overhead, it does not work for you, no problem. You'll just go up straight and then lower down, eventually working your way to up and back. You must have straight arms for this. If you need some more support, you would make your grip a little bit wider. If you wanted to challenge yourselves a little bit more, make your grip shorter. Wherever you went, let's go for about 5 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Your grip will now come a little bit shorter, maybe about as wide as your knees. Arms come up into a letter V shape, V as in victory, and then you're going to bring your arms down to that right angle. So same idea, shoulder blades kissing each other. You're puffing your chest out, drawing the elbows back. Start to come around with that pencil. It should not move. Same sort of activation there. Shaking is okay. Holding your breath is not. We're breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Shake it off. Last stretch with the strap. Place the strap in your right hand. You're going to bend your elbow. We want that elbow, shoulder, hip connection here. Wrap your left arm around your body. Grab the strap. Pull the strap down for your tricep stretch. So trying your best not to slouch forward here. 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Other side. Strap comes in the left hand. Bend the elbow. Elbow, shoulder, hip connection. Wrap the right arm around now and pull down. Good. Belly button stays in tight toward the spine. There's an imaginary string on the crown of your head pulling you up toward the ceiling. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, let that go. Shake it off. Nice job. You can toss your straps off to the sides. If you have sensitive knees, now's a good time to grab your blanket to give you some support. We're going to meet in a tabletop position. In your tabletop, shoulders are directly above the hands, fingers are spread wide, belly button in tight toward the spine, hips above the knees, tuck your toes into the mat. When your inhale comes, drop the belly, lift the hips, look up for cow pose. And then exhale, push your hips forward for cat. Inhale, arch the spine, stretch out the torso, and then exhale, round the back, contract your abdominals. Let's go through 2 more. Inhale, exhale, Last time, cow pose and cat pose. I'm just going to switch my view. You'll all stay as you are. Coming back to your neutral tabletop, you'll inhale right fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, thread your right arm through your left, come all the way down onto that right shoulder. So if having your head on the ground is uncomfortable or challenging, take your prop. Place your prop underneath your head. It is completely okay to have the pressure in your head this way. Your goal is to get your right shoulder all the way down to the ground, and then you'll begin to walk your left fingertips forward. So this is called thread the needle. We're inwardly rotating the right shoulder, externally rotating the left shoulder. Take 2 more breaths here. Option to take your left arm around for your lower back. 1 more inhale, whatever option you took. As you exhale, place your left hand down next to your face. All of the body weight in your left hand, coming off the right shoulder. Other side, inhale, left fingertips up. Thread your left arm through your right, come all the way down. Drop the head to the ground or your prop, and then walk the right fingertips forward. You can keep your right fingertips forward, or you can hook it around for your lower back. Take about 2 more breaths here. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, drop the right hand down, come on off of that shoulder. Last stretch here from our tabletop position. You're going to keep your hips stacked on top of your knees and then walk your upper body forward. Forehead comes down to the ground, and this is puppy dog pose. Puppy dog is half the downward facing dog. Your forehead should plant into the mat. Again, if you need that extra support, bring a prop underneath your head. It's completely okay to have the pressure like this in your forehead. And then I want you to press into your fingertips so that your arms start to lift up. You should feel a lift in the shoulders, and your spine should feel like it's sinking down to the ground. Take about 2 more breaths here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale out. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, you're going to come back to your tabletop position, transitioning into downward facing dog. And we're going to move into down dog from a cow pose. So tuck your toes into the mat, drop your belly button down to the ground, lift your hips up. You're going to carefully send your hips up and back, maintain that curve in the spine, and find your downward facing dog. So downward dog is considered a back bend. You should have that curve in the spine. You're drawing your hips up toward the ceiling, pushing your chest towards your thighs. Take as much of a bend in your knees as you need to. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Bicycle up, knees, nod your head yes, shake and no. Take another inhale, fill up. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, tippy toe your feet up to the top of the mat. Press your hands into your shins, flatten out the back, and then exhale, lower down. Press firmly through the big toes. Inhale, slowly roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. So I want you to grab your books or your props and bring it to the highest height you can. So your props are at the top of your mat here. And we're going to take cat-cow in this forward fold. So from your view, you should look like this, but I'm just going to switch so you can see a little bit better. Hands stay on the blocks. You're going to point your belly button to the ground, lift the hips up, shoulders hike up to the ceiling. So you're getting that arch in the spine, stretch in the torso. And then exhale, round back, look for your thighs. Inhale, drop the spine, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. 1 more time, inhale. And then exhale, round. I want you to take your blocks or your props and walk your props to the right corner of your mat. Go as far as you can and then drop your head in between your arms. You should feel that same spot we were playing with before. Maybe even lift your right arm off the block for a second. Grab the left part of your shoulder. Feel that part really activated, your lat, your intercostal muscles. Draw your bicep toward your ear. Left bicep toward the left ear. Let's try the other side. Walk your blocks back through the center and then over to the left. Reaching that right arm and right block a little bit further. And then maybe release the left hand for a moment and grab that spot, your lat, your intercostal. Feel how active it is here. We're going to play around with it a little bit more. Reaching from the right side a little bit deeper. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, walk it back to the center. Wrap your hands around your waist, give it a squeeze, and then inhale, Roll up to standing position. So at the top of your mat, moving through a couple of sun breaths. Inhale, lift up, gaze and palms meet at the top, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, press your hands into your shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, lower. Press firmly through the big toes. Inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Coming down again, inhale, lift, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, lower down. This time, hold on to opposite elbows here. Your gaze is at your thighs or at the wall behind you. If you need a bend in the knees, take it. It's a big hamstring stretch. Your belly can even be glued on your thighs. Head is framed by your arms. Nod your head, yes. Shake it, no. Wrap your hands around your waist, give it a squeeze. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. We're coming down one more time. If you are someone who cannot touch your toes, today's your big day. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, lower. You have the option to take that same ragdoll position, or take your peace sign fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Creases of the elbows spin out toward the sides. Bend your knees till you can get your big toes. You can even bend so deeply that your belly's on your thighs, no problem. Inhale, lift the hips up a little bit, and then exhale, fold your upper body toward your lower body. So from a side view, this is what you look like. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. So big lower back and hamstring stretch. One more time, big inhale. As you exhale, wrap your hands around your waist, give it a squeeze. Inhale, roll back up to stand. So you'll want your blocks or your books at the top of your mat. We're going to use them in a moment. On Friday, we went through what a vinyasa is. We did a modified version. I will teach the modified version for the first round. Second round, I'll give the option to do the more traditional one. You have the choice to do the modified, not do it at all, just meet us in downward dog, no problem. So we're at the top of the mat, modified vinyasa. Inhale, lift up, gaze and palms meet at the top, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, press your hands into your shins, flatten out the back, so we're preparing the spine. As you exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to plank, left foot back to plank. Drop the knees down, elbows hug in. You're gonna press your body weight forward, lower down to the bottom of a modified push-up. Tops of the feet to the mat, lift up, baby cobra pose. Take an inhale, one long exhale, push yourselves away, tabletop, curl the toes, downward facing dog. And let's take 5 breaths here in down dog. Begin to train your bodies to allow down dog to become like a nice neutral place. If down dog does not feel neutral, always take a child's pose, no problem. We're here for about 2 more breaths. Maybe starting to draw the heels a little bit closer to the floor, getting that hamstring stretch, pushing your chest back towards your thighs. One more inhale, fill up. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk your feet up to your hands, prepare the spine, and then exhale, lower. Soft little bend in the knees, carefully inhale as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. Stand at the top. That's a modified version. Now we're gonna go through the more traditional version. You have the option to do modified or meet us in child's pose. Here we go. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back, prepare. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Slow, slow, slow. Uncurl the toes, press your hands, lift up. This is upward facing dog, so just my hands and the tops of my feet are in the mat. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. So all these vinyasas are just a more fancy way to move through poses and just kind of continues to bring heat and mobility to the body. They're always completely optional, so anytime I say vinyasa, feel free to just take a child's pose or a down dog, and then you'll meet us when we're ready to move on. 2 more breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, fill up. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step your right foot up to the top, left foot up at the top, prepare the spine, and then exhale, lower down. Press firmly through the big toes. Inhale, roll up, one vertebrae at a time. We're coming down one more time to finish up our warm-up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, prepare the spine. As you exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back, plank, left foot to meet, hug the elbows in, shift the body weight forward, inhale, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog for about 5 more breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Lift the hips up, push your chest backwards. Bicycle at the knees, nod your head yes. Shake it no. Take one more inhale, fill up. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees, look forward, walk your feet up to the top of the mat, prepare the spine. And then exhale, lower. Press through the big toes. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. So at the top of your mat, you'll want to have your blocks or your books nearby. Coming to the top, you're going to take a big step back with your right foot. Don't be on a tightrope. We're in high lunge legs. You're then going to drop the right knee down. Uncurl the toes. Lift the fingertips up. So that intercostal, your lat muscle, feel that activate as you reach up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, just push a little bit further into the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. One more time, inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to grab your blocks, curl the right toes into the mat, come on off the right knee, step your right foot up to meet your left. And then let's switch sides. Big step back with the left toes. Get the left leg nice and long, drop the left knee down, uncurl the toes, rise up, low lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push into your front hip. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Last time, inhale. Exhale, press down all the way. Good. We're moving again. Hands come to the blocks. Curl the left toes in. Off the left knee. Step up to the top and switch. Extend the right leg back and rise up. Low lunge. This time, you're going to hold on to opposite elbows and lean your upper body back. Your head stays framed by the arms the entire time. If you were to release your left fingers for a moment and just kind of feel that muscle really active there, that's the body part we're working on today. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, press your chest forward. One more time, inhale. Exhale, press out all the way. Hands touch the blocks, curl the toes, off the back knee, step up, and then switch. And nice and long, drop the knee down, uncurl the toes, inhale, lift up. Now take that different grip. So by different grip, I mean maybe you had your right forearm in front, you're going to switch it around this time. Just a subtle little change. We always have our favorite sides. It's good to play with the opposite side. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, push your chest forward. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back around. One more time, inhale. Exhale, press your hands down to the mat. One more switch. Curl the toes, step up, and let's switch sides again. Extend the leg back, drop the knee, uncurl the toes, find your stability, and then rise up. This time, interlace your fingers. Your thumb and your index finger rather is pointed toward the ceiling, thumbs are crossed. Head is framed by your biceps. Squeeze it like a grape. Inhale, lift the fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, press into that low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. As you exhale, release the fingertips, curl the toes, step it up. Last time. Send the left leg back, drop the left knee, untuck the toes, rise up, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift the fingertips up. Exhale, push your chest forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Last time, inhale. Exhale, press out all the way. And then you're going to bring your hands to your blocks. Gently step your right knee back to meet your left. Take a child's pose. Let all that go. Take a couple breaths down here in child's pose, coming back to neutral. Gluing your hips to your heels, walking your fingertips as far forward as you can. 2 more breaths. We're going to meet in a downward facing dog. 1 more inhale. Exhale out all the way. Back to your tabletop position. So this time we're coming into dog pose through that cow. Tuck your toes, drop your belly, lift your hips, maintain this arch, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bicycle at the knees. Good, and then when you're ready, you're gonna all roll forward to your push-up position, and I want you to lower down to your bellies while I just switch around my mat so you can see a little bit better. So, you're down on your bellies. Arms are out in front of you. Forearms, rather, are out. And here we are in like a Sphinx pose. So in your Sphinx pose, we want the shoulders directly underneath the elbows. Legs are back behind you. So take your right fingertips into the crease of your left elbow. Now your right forearm is propping you up. You're going to bend the left knee, wrap around, grab your left foot. If your left foot is far away, take your strap. Lasso your strap around the left foot. Big shoulder opener here. And yes, a bit of a quad stretch as well. So you're getting that external rotation of the shoulder. Your chest should not be collapsed on the ground because we have that right forearm propping you up. Hold it here for about 3 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Maybe lifting the chest up a little bit more. 1 more inhale. And then exhale. Drop it down. So back to your forearms, Sphinx pose. Take your left fingertips into the crease of the right elbow. Prop up on the left forearm. Bend the right knee. Reach back. Grab your foot. And again, strap should be nearby in case you need that extra support. We're rotating the right shoulder away from the body. You're propped up on the left forearm. So chest is open, airway is clear. Take 2 more breaths here. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, lower down. You're going to bring your hands out in front of you. Forehead comes to the hands. Bend your knees. Windshield wet the legs. I'm going to move my mat 1 more time so you see the view. I'm trying to get you to see. You're going to stay on your bellies. We have 1 more belly down shoulder stretch here to do. So you're down on your stomachs and your arms come out into a T position. We're going to begin on the right side. So check yourselves out. You should have a direct line between your wrist and your shoulder on the right side. You're going to plant your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Your right leg is your bottom leg. It will stay long. You're going to push your body all the way over to the right. So if this is enough of a stretch, stay. If you would like more of a stretch, take your left leg. That's now your top leg. Plant your foot in front of the right leg. Stay here if it's enough. Your final option to advance the pose is to wrap your left arm around for your lower back. Big shoulder opener here. Take about 3 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale out. 1 more big inhale. As you exhale, gently unwrap. Move yourselves over to the other side. So for the left side, you're coming out to that T position. Right arm is underneath your face. Push yourself all the way up and over to the left side. If this is enough, stay like this. If you want more, plant your right foot behind the left leg. And then your final option is to wrap your right arm around for the lower back. 2 more breaths here. 1 more inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the right hand back. Gently roll back to your bellies. Then push yourselves up and back. Knees as wide as the mat, big toes together, heels apart. Sit on your heels and walk out for your child's pose. So in this child's pose, I want your knees a little bit wider, tops of the feet to the mat. So you're getting that inner thigh and ankle stretch. Press into your fingertips. Walk your fingers over to the right corner of your mat. Feel the stretch in the left side of the body. That little area we were playing with, your lats and your intercostals. If you walk your left hand on top of your right, you'll feel that exact spot again. And then gently walk your fingertips over to the left corner. Same idea, but opposite side. If you walk your right hand on top of your left, you'll feel that activation. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, make your way back to the middle of your child's pose. And then you're going to carefully walk your hands back up to your knees. We've got one more pose before we close it out. Have a prop nearby, whether it's your book, your block, or a pillow. We're moving into bridge pose, but the block is just there on standby. So what you're going to do is you're going to lie all the way down on your back. We're going to use bridge pose, which is traditionally used for the back bend and the hip opener, but we're going to add shoulders to it today. So I want you to walk your feet as close to your butt as you can. Your knees should be directly above your ankles. You're going to lift your hips up as high as you can so you're beyond the middle of your back and your weight is pressed into your shoulders. I then want you to take your hands underneath your tailbone, try to interlace your fingers, and then walk your shoulder blades toward each other. If this feels extra challenging, take your prop and you would place your prop underneath your tailbone, and then you would try to make that fist in front of your prop. Your goal is to try to have your palms pressing toward each other. Keep lifting the hips up nice and high. So what we're doing one more time is externally rotating those shoulders away from the body. Hold it here for 3 more breaths. Lift the hips up even higher. 1 more inhale. As you exhale to come out of this, first you will release your fingers, unwrap the shoulders, gently lower down 1 vertebrae at a time, and then hug the knees in toward the chest. Give yourselves a nice big squeeze. Rock side to side, massage out the lower back. And then we're going to finish up with a twist before we close out class. So if you have the space, arms come out into a T shape. If you don't, make it like a goalpost or a U shape. Keep your knees in tight towards your chest. You're going to gently drop your knees over to the right. Keep them as close to your chest as possible. Take a look at your left knee. Make sure your left knee is directly on top of your right knee. And then you're going to open up the left shoulder for the ground. So making that adjustment with your knees is probably going to cause the left shoulder to leave the floor, but that's okay because it intensifies that shoulder stretch, which is sort of our point of focus for today. Aside from the shoulder, you should feel some expansion happening in the rib cage. You can even take your right hand onto the left knee and pull that left knee closer to the ground. 1 more inhale. Exhale out all the way. Use your core strength and your inhale to bring your knees back into your chest. And then let's get ready for the other side. Drop your knees all the way over to the left. Take a look at your right knee. Make sure it's directly on top of the left knee. And then your right arm comes out into that T shape. Same idea here. So my right shoulder has left the ground because it's a little tight today, but I almost prefer that because that's what intensifies the stretch. I find that if your shoulder is on the ground, you're too stretched out for this one, which I guess isn't the worst thing to be. Use your next inhale to roll your knees back into your chest. Give yourselves a big squeeze. And then you're going to gently lay down, letting all of that go, giving yourselves a few moments of peace and stillness to let all of that seep in. You can unclench your jaw, unwrap your fists, soften your eyes. Give yourselves a moment just to separate yourselves from any distractions going on around you. And then your only job for the next few moments is just to breathe to my count in and out of your nose. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale, fill up, feel your belly rise. And exhale, feel your belly collapse and sink down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Take 2 more breaths on your own. Breathing to your own count. If you become distracted by thoughts or sounds, things going on around you, begin to just breathe and count again. Notice the sense of peace and stillness that you can create for yourselves, and how all it really takes is just to be more mindful of your breath. If you find yourselves in a moment of stress or restlessness, just begin breathing and counting again. And you'll notice how quickly that shift happens. This tool is always available for you off of your yoga mat and in the real world. Anytime you need it, just begin breathing and counting. Come back to a more natural breath here. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Reach your arms up over your head, point your toes away, finding a nice long body stretch. And then when you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest again. Give yourselves a really big squeeze. Gently rock side to side on your tailbone. And then when you're ready, lift your arm up over your head and roll over to whatever side feels most comfortable. Give yourselves a moment to adjust. And then when you're ready, press yourselves back up to a comfortable seated position. And you are all done today, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Dani.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dani.